Hi, this is Ms. Cotter. We're going to do week 1, day 5. So let me show the full view. All right, so week 1, day 5. And this is for our math packet on 3rd grade. Let's continue. All right, so question number 1 says draw a line from each expression on the left to the matching expression on the right. So I put these little equal signs right over here because before I even start matching lines, I want to put the answer. So let's do 6 times 10 first. What's 6 times 10? Let me get my pen. What's 6 times 10? So remember we can count by tens. You can hold up 6 fingers. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 is our answer. And I'm going to write that in first. Now, after I do all of these, I'm going to go ahead and put the answers over here. But once I do all of the answers, I'll realize that 2 times 30 also equals 60. The way that I figured that out is I looked at the first two numbers, 2 times 3, which equals 6. And then I just took that 0 and I added it to the end. Then I can match the answer 60 to 60. In the example, they did 5 times 3. 5 times 3 equals what? 5, 10, 15. And 30 divided by 2 also equals 15. And that's how they matched it. All right, so for a trick, find out all the answers first on both sides, and then you can match them at the end. All right, the next one. These are a little bit tricky. So when we are doing these problems, we need to use the greater than, the less than, or the equal sign right here. This one, the equal sign, the greater than, or the less than sign. In our example, they did 2 times 5. So right under that, I'm going to write the answer. What's 2 times 5? It's 10. Good job. And then I'm going to look at 3 times 4. What's 3 times 4? 12. And I'm going to look at my two answers, 10 and 12. Which number is bigger? 12. So they put the greater than sign because remember, the mouth of the greater than sign always eats the bigger number. He's eating that 12. Let's look at A. 12 divided by 4. Right under 12 divided by 4, I'm going to put my answer. So I'm going to count by 4s first. What's this? If you look at the 12 and the 4, the 4 is the smallest number. So I circled that because in division, we always are going to count by the smallest number. So we're going to count by 4s until we get to 12. 4, 8, 12. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. Now I can do 3 times 1. Remember, anything multiplied by 1 is going to be the other number. So 3 times 1 equals 3. And let's look at both of those numbers. I have a 3 here and a 3 here. Which sign would make sense? Is it equal, greater than, or less than? They're equal. They both equal 3. Good. Let's look at B now. What is 5 times 1? Remember, anything multiplied by 1 is going to be the other number. So 5 times 1 equals 5. Good. Now we have that tricky division. Which number is smaller, 12 or 3? 3. Good. So I'm going to circle that 3, and I'm going to count by 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12. Let's count how many tally marks I made. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put the 4 right here. Which number is bigger, 5 or 4? Which sign would make sense? The equal sign, the greater than sign, or the less than sign? Which number is that sign going to eat? The greater than sign, it's going to be facing the 5. So it's going to eat the bigger number. Good, let's go on to C. What's 8 times 2? Remember, I can skip count by 2s or I can count by 8s. 8 times 2 is 16. Oh, good. We have another multiplication problem. What is 4 times 4? We count by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16. 4 times 4 also equals 16. So which sign makes sense? Equal, greater than, or less than? The equal sign, they both equal 16. All right, let's go into D. So let's look at this division problem. Which number is smaller, 25 or 5? 5. So I'm going to circle that number and I'm going to count by 5s until I get to 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let's count how many tally marks we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 25 divided by 5 equals 5. So I'm going to put that 5 under here. And what's 4 times 2? Remember, I can skip count by 2s. It's 8. Good job. So which sign would make sense? The equal, the greater than, or the less than sign? Remember, it always eats the bigger number. So 8's the bigger number, so it's going to be the greater than sign. Let's do 8 times 4. What is 8 times 4? 8 times 4 is 32. And what's 12 times 2? That's a tricky one, but I can count by 2s to help me. 12 times 2 is 24. Now I gotta think which sign makes sense. And it would be facing the 32 because 32 is my bigger number. All right, last one. Here's a division one. That's a tricky one. So which number is smaller, 20 or 2? 2. So I'm going to circle that, and I'm going to count by 2s until I get to 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I'm going to count my tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 20 divided by 2 equals 10. And then I'm going to do 3 times 5. What's 3 times 5? 15. That's right. And the sign is going to be facing the 15 because 15 is my bigger number. Good job. All right, let's go on to the next question. The next question says, Tay and Kenneth are trying to figure out which number could be placed in the box and make this equation true. Taya insists that 12 is the only number that will make this equation true, and Kenneth insists that 3 is the only number that will make this equation true. So Taya thinks that 12 should go in this box, and Kenneth thinks that 3 should go in this box. The question asks who is right and why. Draw a picture to support your idea. So I did Taya's equation first. 2 equals 12 divided by 6 because she said that 12 belongs right here. I drew 6 circles to show for this 6. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 12 dots to see if there are 2 in each circle. And that will show me how many times 6 goes into 12. So let's count together until we get to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many lines are in each circle? There are 2. And 2 was Taya's answer. So Taya is correct. Put a little check mark. Next, I drew my 6 circles for Kenneth, and I'm going to make 3 lines to see if I can get 2 in each circle, the answer. So let's count up to 3. 1, 2, 3. Are there 2 in each circle? No. So Kenneth is incorrect. 6 cannot go into 3 2 times because 6 is a bigger number. So that does not work. So Taya is the only one that's correct. I'm going to write 12 right in the box. And it said draw a picture to support your idea, which we did with our circles and our lines. And where it says who is right and why, you should be writing a sentence that Taya is correct because, and you can explain what we did in our picture to show why Taya is correct. All right, let's go to our closing problem. It says, what takeaway from this lesson will be important to know 3 years from now and why? So do you think that the most important thing that we need to know 3 years from now is the fluency that we did, where we had to match the multiplication and division problems with the line? Do you think what the most important things three from now is when we had to find the greater than, less than, or equal between multiplication and division problems? Or do you think the most important was a word problem between Kenneth and Taya, where we had to find out who was correct in their division problem? Which one of these do you think is the most important that you need to know 3 years from now? Or you might think that all of these are important from now. Write a sentence that says, this is the most important because, and tell me why you think it's most important to know for in the future. And that's all for day 5. Also, remember that you have a Zern account. You should be working on your Zern almost every day. I can see on my end who is doing their modules and what lesson they're on, so make sure you're working. All right, and that's all. I hope to talk to you guys soon. Bye.